And now, here's another insensitive episode of Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit. Unless it's talking about kissing cousins, things will get very sensitive. Enjoy!
Do you guys feel different?
I feel sick.
I feel taller.
So it was ecstasy.
I'm rolling. My fucking podcast.
I feel so good right now. Can we hold each other?
Let's listen to the Weekend and Spoon. Yeah.
Do you guys like see something in the air?
No, but I wanna fuck. Sorry, all those abortion scenes and Dirty Dancing got me just riled up.
They do.
Riled up down in my loins.
Spicy movie.
It's very spicy. There's a lot of grinding. There's boob touching.
There's lots of belly.
There's a lot of
Belly
shots of
station.
hands caressing the cusp of Gene butt. And
Tight Gene butt.
there's a back alley abortion.
Not like Janko Gene butt.
No, we're not talking Jinko butt.
Janko butt.
That's like Juggalo butt.
Yeah.
Ew.
Jug butt.
Jug butt.
Jug butt. Jug butt.
Are you looking at my jug butt?
The new Jinko.
Shake it.
Now
we pre-cut the flares for you.
Comes in 3 neon colors.
We had 16 more zippers.
Now with 32 zippers. For all your K2.
Have you guys ever bought pants that had pockets that were a lie?
Yes.
Yeah. Fake pockets.
God damn it. There's 2 versions. Eric has ones that it's the worst. I have pockets that are just pretend. They're just like a decoration of a pocket, but Eric has the worst ones. You have the ones where they actually sewed a pocket and then sewed it shut.
They went through the work of putting the pocket in the pants and then fucking sewed them shut.
Why'd you do that?
Can you rip
Why
them?
would you do that?
Why won't you let me get into my pocket?
I tried, but it was
It
such
sounds
a
like something
tight,
Kanye would wear.
It was such a tight stitch.
One of the
I couldn't-
Migos.
Maybe.
Yeah, we tried to get into those pockets.
I gave up.
Prevents pickpocketing.
I guess.
Ever think about
There's
that?
nothing in there.
Exactly.
Can't.
So then you
That's
can
true.
tell when someone's trying to caress you. Are they
That's
pickpocketing
true.
you or are they trying to caress you?
Or just touch my Janko butt.
I've always wanted to like reach into somebody's pocket and they're like, "Are you pickpotting me?" Like, no.
Nope.
Are you
No.
just happy to see me?
I just like you. Yeah. That's what bus stops are for.
Exactly.
Is that your hand in your
You
pocket?
can get away with a lot of social experimenting at the bus stop.
Yes.
FYI.
Is that my hand in your pocket, or am I just happy to see you?
Those are both true. Currently.
Yes.
All happening. Right
Whoa.
now.
How we feeling, gang?
Good.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Full of donuts and coffee and croissants with ham and cheese in them.
Yeah.
Show off.
Yeah, so he had himself a ham and cheese croissant,
On where is this?
and he
in our
did. He
spread?
brought
From
none.
the-
He
from
brought
the-
none.
From the
that
baker's wife.
whore of a wife.
She
Yeah.
warms it in her bosom.
Oh, God,
Toasty.
she's so.
Yeah. I feel like every croissant I've ever eaten is a fucking lie after eating this delicious.
It wasn't nestled
Oh.
in cleavage.
Well, yeah, the boobies help. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Boob incubator. Incuboober.
Pinky boober.
Can you warm that up for you?
That's where I want to stay.
Love that band.
Mm-hmm. Incubus?
Incuboobies.
Let's talk about Incubus for the
let's-
next
let's-
hour and a
let's
half.
do
I
it.
don't know
Yes.
anything about Incubus.
I don't either.
They're like
I
if
just-
Red Hot Chili Peppers smoked K2 and then got into skateboarding.
Ooh.
And then, but watched like a documentary on space.
Ooh.
All right. Did they have an Incubus?
That's Incubus.
Calling all angels.
I thought Incubus was. It's been a while.
Thought I would be a 23 on the verge of spontaneous combustion. Woe is me. You're like 311.
It's like a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're
But
kind
like-
of yeah, sure.
But they think they're deep.
It's like a lot
Oh,
of lot
boy.
of pops and like.
There's a DJ.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason why I didn't bother knowing who Incubus
My-
was.
Well, you should start.
My manager in high school, when I worked at Jersey Mike's, he really enjoyed Incubus, and when he would
Did
give
he
me
have-
rides home,
Did
he
he
would
have dyed
listen to it.
black hair?
No, but he was an awful
he have,
person.
Did he have
a sweatband on his wrist?
Yes, I
Or-
think he did.
Okay,
Yes,
that
he
sounds
did.
like.
How many emo kids does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Leave us alone.
We like none because we like the dark.
Exactly.
Is that right?
That is right. That is actually
I don't think
the
I've
answer
ever
to the
figured
joke.
out a joke before.
Oh my god! How many Vietnam vets does it take to screw in a light bulb?
They gotta climb on top of each other. I don't
You
know.
weren't there, man. You don't know how it went down.
That's good. I didn't guess that one correctly.
That one took a turn.
That's my favorite one.
I want to say a joke, but it'll probably suck, so I'm not going to.
Go with your gut. It's
No.
a smart move.
Go with your gut.
I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Go with your
I'm
gut.
gonna stick
Trust
to
yourself.
Incubus impressions. That's all I'm gonna do for the next 3 hours.
I'm in. I'll listen to
I
this.
can take you.
go. That's not even.
Do they have any songs about fire?
Spontaneous combustion. It's kind of fire-esque, right?
Yeah.
See, they're deeper than fire, man. They play
Hey.
Silent Hill backwards.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how deep they are.
Well, and that's what we're talking about today.
Fire.
Wow.
Welcome to Coffee Donuts and Fucked Up Shit.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Eric.
I'm Jenna.
My name's Evan, but you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to.
Pity party.
If you guys don't want to talk to me, that's cool. I'll just watch.
So before we
Of course we want to talk to you.
Yes, we do.
Come on in.
Yes.
Get out from under the coffee table. Come on.
Okay.
Get up here and join
Can
us
I
like a big
borrow
boy.
this 6-pack of beer?
That's fine. I brought
I'll
extra.
pay you back in dimes, bags,
Perfect.
empty dime bags.
Oh wait, what?
There's still some keef.
You can keep
gold.
that.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
So what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about
Today
today?
we're talking about the city of Centralia and the fire that has been burning underneath it.
Fire!
This
Until
town
this
is
very
on
day.
Fire!
We did come up with a lot of fire songs
Yeah.
today.
There's a lot of fire songs. What's up?
There are. It's
I guess we've, as humans, we've always been fascinated. We gotta sing about it.
it's one of the most primal.
What's your favorite fire song?
My favorite fire song.
Yeah.
I do like the Cult. I like the fire. Fire.
I like great bottles of fire.
Didn't that guy like marry his underage cousin? or
Yes, he
something?
did.
Sure did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was like 14.
13.
13.
13. Take it down a notch.
But if you're related, it doesn't matter, right?
It's gonna happen.
I feel weird I was on the high side on that. Like I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But it's like, no, you
No,
keep going.
keep going.
He's
There's more.
He's a dirty
You're
birdie.
getting warmer.
Yeah. I don't know.
I like Touch My Fire by the Doors. Because
You-
I'm
Touch
here.
my fire.
Touch
That's
my
not
fire.
the song.
Light my fire.
Touch my fire.
my
You don't
By-
want to touch.
by the
Do you want to
Boars.
talk about something? You don't
Baby,
touch
you
fire.
can touch my fire.
That's where the fireman touched me.
That's for another episode.
That's for
I
another
like-
episode.
I like we didn't.
Eric tells us about the fireman,
Mhm,
and it's 6 hours long.
mhm.
It's brought to you by Smokey the Bear.
Can I tell you guys about a fire-related story before we dive
Just
into
about how
this
you
hot
got
topic?
fired at Brugger's Bagels.
I don't want to talk about
Or is that
one.
another story?
That's another story.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
For
So
another
this is a
time.
fucked up thing, so I feel like it works. So Brock and I have been watching a lot of Planet Earth,
Okay. The
We're-
one with the animals.
the animals, and there was an episode about ants and anteaters.
Fuck.
And so these ants are like crawling around and they're like intricately made like fucking tunnel, and then all of a sudden this like snake thing comes through and it's like
Whoa.
but that's the tongue of the fucking anteater.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's this
Oh.
long. And so I was like, what's the snake doing? And then he just like
The cocaine addicts of the world.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then the ant dome gets lit on fire because it's like the Great Plains of the United States or wherever. So like everything lights on fire, and then you just see the anteater like, what do we do now?
Uh-oh.
Rats.
Bail. Let it burn, baby.
So yeah, that's an instance
Well,
where
that sounds an awful lot like
the city of Centralia.
Yeah, they were kind of like the anteater. They're like, well, what do we do now? I don't know. Just let it burn.
It's fine. It's fine.
Burn, baby, burn.
Forget about it.
Disco Inferno.
Go back to mowing your lawn and believing in Jesus.
You don't really have to mow your lawn so much because the grass just
It
burns
just won't
off
grow.
from
It just
underneath.
won't grow.
It's fine. So a tremendous mine fire has been burning beneath Centralia, Pennsylvania since May of 1962. This epic underground fire did not only destroy the town physically, but emotionally.
I like that.
As it tore apart, as it tore apart a tight-knit community divided by a series of poor decisions and bureaucratic bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Bullshit artists.
Call shenanigans on this.
Shenanigans.
So some people consider Centralia to be the real Silent Hill.
Ooh.
That's a video game, right?
Yeah,
And
It
movie.
is.
And
And a
movie.
movie.
And a movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a game. I've never played it, but I think it's a game where you're in a town and
And it's abandoned.
It's abandoned.
Yup.
And there's graffiti penises all over the
No,
buildings.
no.
Yes, that's true. And everything's on fire. And then there's a girl ghost who says,
Come closer. Come closer.
and you gotta follow the fucking girl ghost. And then something bad happens, and you beat the level, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
win.
Silent Hill, right?
Nailed it.
That's it.
Yep.
There's no
I'm
girl.
more of a Halo guy.
The only person telling you to come closer in Centralia anymore is just that one guy with
Is
the
the-
mullet
Oh, yeah.
and the jean shorts.
This is where my aunt died,
Yeah.
and
This is where my grandma died.
this is where my lawnmower stopped working.
I can tell you where everything used to be: the post office, the bank.
That
Poor
used to
guy.
be where I'd buy gum, and then I'd go chew it over there. And that's about it. That's the town.
For the record, I do want to state, when I started researching this, I assumed that underground fire probably wasn't a very common thing. I was like, this is probably,
right. Yeah.
but apparently they're
everywhere.
They are everywhere. In
Wow.
the United States alone, there are 250 underground mine fires estimated that are burning right now.
Like right now.
Give or
Like
take.
right now, they're burning.
There could be 2K. I don't know.
And
We could be at a mine fire by
Right
like
now.
by
Yeah.
dinner
they-
time.
right, there could be one beneath us. We don't even know. We don't know.
Down.
So who started? Yeah.
But there's thousands of them internationally. There's 3,000 in Borneo alone. Burning
Come on,
Mountain.
Borneo. Get your
Where's
shit together.
Borneo?
It's in Indonesia.
That makes sense.
It's all the
That makes sense.
factories.
Burning Mountain in Australia has been on fire
Where they make Nike.
for either 6,000 or 15,000 years. And Germany has a burning mountain.
Burning Mountain.
Yep.
Burning
Sounds like a-
mountains.
Is that a festival?
Probably.
Can I hula hoop there?
It's burning pretzels.
29 hours straight.
That sounds like a Mastodon album.
Yeah. Burning Mountain.
Yes, it does.
Burning Mountain.
And that one has been on fire since 1688.
Yeah, let's just keep it going.
So mine fires, they happen.
Yeah.
They're a thing, and usually, mostly, people just kind of let them burn.
Yeah.
They didn't really
It'll
do
burn
a lot
itself
about
out.
it. You just
Right.
cross your fingers,
Yeah.
and you're like, hope this stops.
Yeah.
It's like the Springfield tire fire. Just
Yeah.
let it go.
It's
It's fine.
It just
Self
keeps
out.
rolling.
But they actually, mine fires can burn for centuries.
Ah.
Centuries, which we just learned, yeah, because the one
It's
in
just a mine fire. I'm going to
Australia.
start more mine fires because apparently no one gives a shit if you put them out. If I get arrested for arson, I'm like, no, it's a mine fire.
Nobody cares about those.
you don't have to do anything about it. Well, they really, I mean, they just didn't kind of know what to do. They didn't have
Yeah.
we don't have the technology.
Spit on it.
To do
Try spitting on
So-
it. Pee. I'm gonna pee on it.
Add some Crisco.
I don't know about
Over
y'all,
there.
but when I hear mine fire, if could we not just like have a helicopter with like a big tub of water? Just
No,
kinda-
because
no?
mines are underground.
You
Evan.
can't just
but-
pour water
But
on it.
okay, but like we cut a hole where like the entrance to the mine is, and then we just have like 20 helicopters, just pour a bunch
Just dump
of
in water.
water.
And
Did they try
Gatorade.
that?
And
This is like
Close.
I guess I watched
Actually-
Operation Dumbo Drop recently, so I got helicopters on my mind
Yeah.
They-
and dumping things on the ground. So
when it first happened, my favorite thing that they did to stop it, well, actually, we'll just get into the story really quick. So in May 1962, the small mining town of Centralia, Pennsylvania, was preparing for their annual Memorial Day celebration.
Oh, the best day of the year in
Yeah,
Centralia.
it is. Got picnics, got potato salad.
We got
Have some of
pinwheels in the front yard.
And I might get to kiss my cousin under the fireworks.
So it was routine. There's lots of cousin kissing today.
It's on the brain.
It was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
otter
Operation Dumbo Duck.
and that
back
documentary
to the
about
Dumbo
It's all in Dumbo
about
Duck.
otters.
Yeah.
4 hours of
Well,
otter
otter
incest.
incest is an epidemic that we need to get a hold of immediately.
So this was routine for them to burn off the trash at the dump before they had the Memorial Day fire, because
Classic,
the dump was right in the line of the cemetery, and you don't need all that fire gumming up the works. But
No.
the smell of it burning is great. You know, the next day.
Just set it on fire and push it into the earth.
Yeah.
But this is something
We don't
they
got
did.
to smell
I
it
like
no more.
watching the moon over the mine fire. And I huff the fumes and it makes me think of my cousin in ways I shouldn't.
So
You thinking about your cousin again?
No. Don't look
Mine-
look below my waist, Mom.
Nope, just thinking about mine fires.
I don't know why Evan keeps inviting me to private parties in his room.
There's- I just
I'm just his cousin.
I'm just a cousin.
so they
Just a cousin
We're
kisser.
not second
Jerry Lee
cousins.
Lewis did it.
Just a cousin kisser.
It's just kissing.
so if a couple
Mama.
if a couple in Alabama gets a divorce, are they still cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not on.
Can't-
they're,
can't-
they're estranged.
The law
cousins.
can't break that bond.
You can't break the cousin bond.
This is blood. So this is normal for them to. They burn the fire at the dump every year before
Yep.
the Memorial Day cemetery celebration. Are you okay?
Sorry, I
I'm getting
didn't.
riled up over there.
Sorry.
Thinking about the
Violent
mine fire.
muscle spasm.
Sorry.
So we don't know if they were just in a hurry and being careless, or they didn't just extinguish the embers properly, but it wiggled its way through the crevices.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wriggled its way
Wiggling
into the
fire.
earth.
And the dump in Centralia, just like the entire town, is on top of an extensive network of abandoned mine strips. Except the dump had an extra added bonus feature, which is open access to a deep vein of coal.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Sounds
down
like they'd go together well.
The citizens of Centralia actually noticed the fire almost immediately when the ground in the dump began steaming.
That don't look normal.
I love a good steaming dump.
The garbage is steaming. So they brought back the fire department and they dumped a bunch of water on it, only to
See?
find that it was
Smart.
It was back on fire the next day.
I feel like the fire department is just one hammered dude who just
I got water.
just shows up with like a dragon, a kiddie pool behind his four-wheeler.
And it's he actually like he thought he got his water bottle, but it's just his ethanol flask.
I'll put a little bit of this.
Thirsty? There you go.
Who started the fire?
I didn't start
did
fire.
this? This is me. So you can't just pour water on an underground mine fire because, it's a vast network of crevices and fissures.
You lost me at best. I don't know what that means.
It just takes.
That's not a word.
They
That's a
did-
$5
They tried
word.
that initially, but it just took so much water. And
So paint the picture. It's like so they were mining coal in like the 1800s, right?
Yes, up through the Great
there
Depression.
there
They're
are
still
like
mining it.
yeah, there's like but
still
there's
mining
all
it.
the it's like an ant farm sort of like
Sure.
with all these tunnels
Yes.
and everything,
And
right?
a queen. And eggs.
And then wait, where are we going?
Eggs.
Okay,
That she sits on.
Okay.
And that's where the coal miners come from.
Okay.
Is the queen.
Oh, she's just a
Oh.
Gives
huge.
birth
just a
to
coal
Coal
them
miners
in
are
the
just
tunnels
ants with thumbs.
of the-
Okay.
In the center of the coal
sense.
mine, there's just an enormous woman just like pushing out coal miners.
Another coal miner. Get to work. Get to work.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. But yeah, no,
Don't
it's-
join the union. Bring me more vodka.
Yeah.
Benson and Hedges cigarettes.
It is a vast.
But so what I was trying to
Tunnels,
get at is like
indeed.
something. So like something catches on fire down
goes
there,
like-
and then so it's just going. There's this fire going through like all these tunnels.
It just travels. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because it's full of coal,
Yeah.
so it's
And you can light that on fire.
it burns.
Damn
My cousin
rocks.
taught me that.
Damn
That's what it
rocks
does.
catches fire real good.
Well,
That's
so-
something a cousin teaches you. It's like what's flammable
Yep.
And how to kiss good.
and how to kiss with your tongue.
One of my favorite ways that they were initially dealing with the fire is they were just re-wetting the garbage
Oh my
in the
God.
dump and moving it around.
And you spread it around.
Get all these blankets and this couch really wet.
Soak them. Get them
Over
wet.
Well, all right, if you're in a town of 1,000 people, how the fuck do you like decide who's gonna be a firefighter?
That's what I'm saying. That's just the one hammer
It's
dude
like-
I will.
who volunteered for it.
Like I do it.
I do that shit.
Well, they had a part-time mayor.
I can only put out fires on Tuesday night
Yeah.
and Sunday
I got
morning.
bowling Wednesday morning.
So if something catches fire, I'll get to it.
And Thursday I am
eventually.
hungover because
And I
of
got
bowling.
Bowling Thursday afternoon, and then I'll probably got bowling the rest of the week. So I
Well,
can't. do
Friday
it.
it's free for all
Pretty
bowling.
much. I'm
but-
just gonna be bowling.
There's
so
a fire at the bowling alley. I'll be there. Probably put it out with my wiener, because I've been drinking old style all day. I really gotta go.
Goddamn Hellman's Old Style. That shit is nasty.
Yes.
That's the worst. That's hands down the worst beer I've ever had.
I agree.
Easy.
I couldn't drink
natural
the whole
ice
glass.
much.
Ooh, natty ice. Natty ice.
I'd take a natty ice.
Natty
How
ice.
about
Natty
taking it out of
nice.
a garbage can while it's lukewarm and eating it?
I'm into
Or
that.
drinking
The beer? If you have to
If I'm
eat it,
drunk
that is
enough.
some rough beer.
If I'm drunk enough, I'll do it.
Why are they chewing this? Is this beer pudding? I didn't know. I didn't know they made beer flavored pudding. I'm all about putting this in my mouth. I'm always up for that.
If I eat it with a spoon, it's considered food.
It's like soup.
It's got vitamin B. Beer.
Beef and beer, brother.
All right, let me get back to the story.
Okay.
So, experts say
Experts. Tony the firefighter says, if the fire's out, water will get rid of it.
experts say that the best way to deal with a mine fire is to dig it out as soon as humanly possible. And Centralia could have dug the fire out within the first 2 weeks. It's not like they were
But
strangers.
everyone's hungover after the Memorial Day
Yeah.
bang
2 weeks to
bang.
recover. Yep.
Exploded from hot dogs and
All those
potato
hot
salad.
dogs.
I got hot dog
We'll
belly.
get it in 3 weeks. It's fine.
I'm all logy from bad potato salad that sat out in the sun.
I got hot dog belly.
Sunburnt taters salad.
I got the mayonnaise parts.
Ooh.
Sulfate.
That tater salad makes me gaffy.
The whole town. We can't tell if this is methane or just farts.
Do you think any kids like went up to the fire and like took it,
Oh,
like
God.
fucking farted over it
And
to
then
see?
that helps spread the whole.
Like, I dare you, cousin, to fart over the
Just
fire.
29-year-olds farting like in a
Oh my
circle around it. Yeah.
God. If we do it all at the same time, we can create one
Trace the fire
simultaneous
back to potato
fireball.
salad.
Oh,
Petunia's potato salad.
Grandma always puts so many hard-boiled eggs in her
Yeah,
potato
and
salad.
that's what
That's what
does
makes it
But
so good.
That's what makes it
That's
good.
What
why
makes
you
it
eat-
good, but that's what makes it gas.
I mean, but you know,
That's what makes it gaffy.
like a 60-40 ratio.
And I can
eggs.
smell the potato salad after I consume it. Really opens up the palate. Okay, so mine
they-
fire?
They
Okay.
could have dug it out. I mean, we're talking. This
Yeah.
is their primary industry. They
Yeah.
They
This
knew
is
what
like
they
what the
could have
town
done.
is doing.
Yeah,
They
the
did it.
money.
They were
That's-
re-wetting their garbage and re-spreading it around. They were half-assing
What's the whistle?
It
the
was
whole
the
way.
60s, baby. Different time.
Everybody keep cool. So, fun fact. The coal mines in Centralia are full of something called Stop.
I just hear Marcus like.
Yeah, I heard it.
So
Who's that voice chuckling in my head?
I can't breathe.
I know. Okay, all right.
Go back. Go back to the sauna.
Go back to your laser sauna that
Find your sauna voice.
Jenna got bathed in laser.
I got bathed in
A laser sauna.
Yep.
Ooh.
She had all the dense.
Then I could shoot them out my breast.
Kitty lasers.
Don't steal my purse. I don't know you.
Okay, so you want to. So underneath Centralia, they have a specific kind of coal.
Okay.
What kind?
It's called anthracite coal.
Oh, my favorite coal.
It's the oldest coal in the world.
Old coal.
Which it means it goes
Is it
really
edible?
deep. No.
Like when you're
But
naughty.
it goes deep, like your
They put,
thoughts.
yeah, that's how the town would if you swore.
Yeah, you would
They
get coal.
put the coal in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you to swear at grandma
You
again.
keep
on
this
that
coal in
coal
your
before
mouth
you
until
say-
it's a diamond.
Or you say "you fewy" again. That was a curse word in 1962, Pennsylvania.
You fewy?
You
What?
fewy.
You
Yeah, I don't know.
That hurts.
What's he
So-
like?
My you fewy.
But this is
Oh,
important.
swear word for
because
your wiener.
anthracite coal is really pure,
Uh-huh.
Tell us all about anthracite
like a
coal.
good heroin.
Oh.
It burns long and hot,
Love that.
like my love.
Black tar aphrodisiac. coal?
of anthracite.
Oh, aphrodite.
But that just it's just part of the story because that means this fire is really gonna burn. It's
Burns
deep.
long and hot.
It's deep coal. It's pure coal.
Yep.
It's deep. It's the real shit.
It runs
this
through
is
their
old
lungs.
coal.
It's
This
real
is deep
deal
coal.
coal.
Saying that bullshit, Cole.
No.
So after they tried putting water on it and moving their garbage around, their wet garbage around, they hired a guy with a steam shovel to dig it to dig it out. But the
He's the
fire.
He's the firefighter.
And he's also
burned.
the firefighter.
It's just the one drunk dude who'll do anything.
I'll do it.
I'll fucking do it. I don't give a fuck.
This is basically like the plot line to Jaws, but like the fire is the shark.
Yeah.
And this guy is the weird guy in Jaws.
like a
With the-
does
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen fires bigger than that in my day? We're gonna have to spread the trash around first. You're gonna need it nice and wet.
Gonna need more trash.
We're gonna need Petunia's potato salad. And we're gonna need about 29 9-year-olds to just bend over and spread the cheeks. Let the fumes absorb the coal.
Yeah, pretty much something like that.
That's at the town meeting. Today's topic, the mine fire again. What are we gonna do?
Why don't you tell us about it, Evan?
I don't even know.
I
what
got a
just-
theory.
So
So they got this
So
guy.
this guy is digging. The fire's
digging.
burning faster than he can work. Tried, can't. This project lasted
Nobody
for 2
helped
months.
him.
No, again, one
But
guy.
it cost $20,000.
I bet there was like
Work.
20 people in lawn chairs just watching
Watching
him dig.
him exactly.
Keep digging.
Dig over there.
He's stopping.
Did you dig over there?
Yeah.
It looks like the dump is steaming over there.
There's some steamy dump over there too. You better start digging.
I like the variety of accents we've given these towns.
I don't.
They're very
How do they
colorful.
talk in Pennsylvania?
It's not dissimilar from us here in Minnesota.
Ah,
Okay.
It's
It's
sort of
it's sort of
Minnesotan.
it's a little bit of a northern accent there.
Yeah, that's true. I heard
yeah.
some of
yeah.
I heard-
It's
There's
a
a fire,
little
yeah.
northern. Yeah. Oh, there's a fire
What?
under the
That's
town.
how they
But
talk?
My Minnesota's really coming out. It's not as
It's
Minnesotan
not.
as
It's
I
like
just did
diet
because I was
caffeine-free
like,
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's like more
got a-
shy.
it's
It's
got a
like
different spice
Diet
to it.
Coke and lime version
Mhm.
of Minnesota.
But it's Bud Light Lime,
Ooh.
Bud Light.
Minnesota.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
Ooh.
it's
That's the beer you drink with a little umbrella.
that's true. Maybe
You
maybe
feel like
yeah.
you're in like Costa Rica or
Mhm.
something.
You feel fancy.
Yeah.
You're on your couch.
But I'm on my couch watching women's college volleyball.
go Gophers.
You got the game on?
Go Goldie, Goldie
Oh, look at that serve.
Oh, look at that spike.
Oh, will you put the game on, please?
You know, my daughter played volleyball before the fire.
All right, get back on track.
Okay. Sorry.
So after they got the
I'm
steam
not
shovel
sorry.
guy, so water, wet garbage, guy with the steam shovel. Then they bring in the state authorities.
We're out of ideas.
I bring in the state authorities. This is what I gotta say. Slurry is one of my favorite words. The state
Slurry.
authorities tried to flush the mines with a slurry of water and crushed rock and
Sounds
vodka.
like something McDonald's made.
Vodka and some lime slices. Am I right? This project
slurry.
lasted for 3.5 months. Cost $42,000. Failed.
42K and 62 money. That's
Yeah.
like
More
$2
money
billion
than now.
today. Wow, this is inflation. I don't know.
I saw your hand moving. I thought it was your balls.
Are my balls showing again?
A little.
I'm sorry.
Am I pulling a Cornell?
That's all right. They're nice.
It's
They
okay. I
they
don't
look
mind if you look.
Soft
I don't.
to the touch.
I don't mind if you don't.
Cousin.
But also, due to budget cuts that were happening to the Pennsylvania Department of Mines and Mineral Resources.
What is their budget? What is that department's budget? We have, Carl, how much money do you have? I got $12 in nickels.
$5.50.
I hit big on
I
pull.
was saving that for a bus ride. But...
I hit big on pull tabs. I'm up to like 300.
Okay, we can buy like 4 barrels of water.
$312. All right.
Maybe
All
if
right.
we turn the water, if we mix it with rock, and it'll spread it around. It'll
Free.
spread it out.
That's called a slurry.
Slurry.
That's a slurry.
Man, so they just keep trying to put out this fire.
They keep trying. 1963, state authorities try to dig it out again. Tried, can't. 1966, the
It's been
federal.
a year.
Good luck to you.
I know it's only been burning.
Now
for
we're in
months now.
1966.
Hey, y'all want to take
19
another whack at that mine fire?
Well, because
Yeah,
they
give me
do
a couple
spend
weeks. I had
years
some tater salad.
where they do nothing.
Yeah.
There's years where they're not doing.
They're just trying to, like,
anything at all.
oh,
They're just like do.
Go back to work
But again, keep
at
in
the yarn
mind,
factory.
not unusual, because
There's mine
that's
fires.
kind of what
That's
we do with mine fires
yeah.
in general. We like
Oh.
just I don't know. What are you gonna do?
If you look to the west, you can't see the
Yeah,
fire
if you look
burn.
over here,
Exactly.
there's no fire.
Exactly.
I like that.
So 1966, the federal government stepped in finally.
Finally.
Finally, only 4 years later.
We'll
First-
wait till it reaches Pittsburgh before we do anything.
So first they create an expanded flush barrier and dug a trench, and they try to head it off. This is boring. No, they try to head it off with an experimental
It's all
underground.
putting out fire vernacular.
It is. It's technical.
Leave that
technical.
fire putting out to Tony, the drunk guy. That's his
So
name.
you don't need me anymore? You got the federal government?
Go back to bowling.
Back to bowling.
Fuck you! I'm going bowling
That's
and
okay.
fuck off. You just go fuck yourself.
Okay, so they're like flying.
You'll come
like,
They
crawling.
build a trench. They try to head off the fire with an experimental underground barrier of fly ash, which is a light powdery waste product of coal burning power plants commonly blown into mines to fill cavities. But
Okay.
also, it's just loaded with toxins.
Oh.
Because it's a coal
Whatever.
burning
Hell
waste
yeah.
product.
And how much did that cost?
This project cost $2.5 million,
Jesus.
and it failed.
That's like 9 trillion in today's Bitcoin.
Exactly. Many projects were drafted, and just as many were delayed for years, due for the need for approvals, property releases, funding, and despite the fact that the fly ash barrier had actually failed by 1972, they still spent 2 more years completing
More
it.
fly ash!
Just keep putting it on. This is not working, but we have it.
Let's
We
just-
already bought it.
You know,
Yeah, right?
We already have
You
it.
can't
Tony's
return
like,
it.
did you
It's-
try water yet?
I got a steam shovel.
Back in 1963, I was in charge.
This was my mine fire.
Yeah.
You pricks come in here.
Maybe I don't want it to never go out.
got the government interfering with my.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the government's interfering with my bids because a lot of the reason why this fire didn't get put out is bureaucratic bullshit. There was a period of time where they almost had it out. They were like within 2 days of putting it out, but the contractor's bids ran out, and they're like, nope, can't keep working.
2
That's
days.
horrible.
So they let it keep going while they went through this fucking bids, another round of
Oh my
bids, and
gosh.
fucking approvals.
How
and
long
all
did
this
that
fucking
take?
Bullshit. Years.
Oh god.
Years.
Centuries.
No.
They're still bidding on it today.
Fire
The
aside.
bid is still going to this
it
very
is
day.
tough. Fire aside, let's not forget the gases.
Gas.
And don't forget the gas.
So now we got gas.
We got gas,
Yeah,
kids.
great.
We got carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, carbon trioxide.
No, that doesn't exist.
Quad oxide.
I'm a carbon trioxide
carbon
denier. Please respect
quintuple
my opinion.
Oxide.
Those aren't things.
No, we just have carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. We have hydrogen sulfide and we have good old methane.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Cow's
Classic
toots.
gas. Am
You
I
know,
right?
the cow's toots go into the atmosphere, and then the lizard people rise and take control.
I heard you that some farmers actually harnessed the methane from some dairy farmers actually harnessed the cow's
Put it
methane.
in a jar and label it. Betsy,
No, they
1964, February 28th.
Use
They
it
play
to
jokes on
power
their farmer buddies.
car.
They're like, hey,
It's
Ted.
called a farmer's whoopee cushion.
Yeah, hey, Ted, take a sniff of this. Smells like strawberries.
Ah, it's just Betsy's farts.
Got me again.
Gotcha. You feel a little lightheaded, don't ya?
I'm gonna take a nap and then go
That's
bowling.
the methane.
Huffing toots.
I'm gonna wake up at a bowling alley again because I don't have a wife no more. She died in the fire. Okay, I was like watching something about Centralia, and then one of the fucking things was like this apparently there was like a kid like playing somewhere.
Yeah,
Did
we'll
you
get
hear
to
that?
Yes, Todd
Okay, we're gonna
Dombrowski.
get to that.
We're almost to that. If everybody can quit making jokes,
This
tell the story.
This town's dumb.
And I thought this would be boring. So we have gases. We got gases.
Yep.
Gas.
All of these gases can potentially kill you by denying oxygen to the brain. It doesn't cut
the
it off,
best
it
way to
just
go.
verbally denies it. It's like,
You shall
no.
not pass.
No.
Yeah.
Stop
Can't get in
here.
here, oxygen.
I feel a little more dumber than usual.
How come I can't move as
And my
fast?
fingers don't move, but they tingle. It's like I drank 9 Diet Cokes again.
By 1969, these gases were starting to penetrate people's basements. And 3 homes were forced to be evacuated. In 1972, the State Bureau of Mine officials started drilling boreholes.
Getting up in a borehole. It's better than cousin kissing.
They started drilling boreholes throughout the town to measure temperatures and dropping thermocouple devices down the holes to measure the progress of the fire. Yep, there it is.
There it is.
That's fire.
There's more.
It's still on fire.
It's kind of bigger now.
But this is important because it was theorized that these boreholes, in conjunction with the 1963 excavation pit, were feeding the fire with oxygen.
Oh, because they
So-
kept putting it in.
Yeah, they're just giving it more, adding fuel to the fire.
Fuel to the fire.
So in 1978,
To the fire.
the federal government sealed off the excavation pit, which gave the gases no place to go except into people's houses.
Whatever.
The state,
like-
Gonna die anyway.
Holding in a fire.
you
gotta
gotta
go somewhere.
sometimes. The State Bureau of Mine officials put carbon monoxide detectors in everyone's home. Well, they tried. Anyway, they didn't actually have enough carbon monoxide
Wait, there's
detectors
how
to
many
go
people in this
around.
town? More than
Dude,
8?
and this is like
we
this
don't have
is
enough.
late 70s, early 80s carbon monoxide detectors. So these things are like fucking huge, like a
Yeah.
goddamn VCR, you know, and they're like built out of wood. And they have to have people come and check them every day. So these workers have to come to your house.
Hey,
and when
Henry. You need any coffee?
Hey, Bob, come on
Checking
in.
the gas levels again? All right.
to make ham and eggs again.
Oh, there's still gas in my house? Okay.
But when these things go off, they go.
I don't hear it when I sleep because I had too much old style and tater salad. That knocks me right out.
So people were buying parakeets and canaries.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking saw. I
like
saw.
the
Did
old
you see that
timey
old
Oh,
lady?
she's like, and I named her Beauty, of course.
Parakeet, because if it dies, then that tells me there's gas in the house. Like, that
So
makes
it's like
sense.
the OG bird
some
home.
thinking-
Mining, you know, those are tricks.
He used to sing songs, but now he just lies there and doesn't move.
Oh, Beauty.
Oh, Beauty.
I love how she said she
I
named him
can't put
Beauty,
it,
of
I
course.
can't bury her.
Like, all of us were like, yep, that's what I would have done.
You guys named yours Centralia.
What
Where's
would
the,
you
where's
name
the
your-
Centralia like pet store? What are they? They got just parakeets up.
They sold them at the gas
They're like
station.
3
like-
for a nickel.
They're cheaper than carbon monoxide detectors.
What would you name your parakeet that you know is going to die?
Cousin Shelly.
I seen him.
Cousin Shelly's not moving. Better go caress her.
I seen him smooching that bird.
I've seen you smooching that bird. You never smooch me anymore.
You spend all his goddamn time bowling and
Just
smooching
an
on
old
that.
lady talking to her dog.
Parakeets, canaries, okay. Feeding fire, carbon monoxide detectors, they're big. They're big. They're like VCRs
Yeah.
from 1980. Like I said, they're made out of wood. After this, no, I skipped it. Okay, so in December 1979, the town's only filling station closed when they realized the gas stored in the underground tanks was heating up.
Yep.
8,000 gallons of gas to near boiling point. But good thing they caught that. That was a good moment
Yeah.
in Centralia
Triumph.
history.
Triumph.
Good job,
Nailed it.
Centralians.
Caught that one just in
It's
time.
hanging up in their town hall. Today we stopped the gas from boiling.
One good decision was made. After this, no further steps were taken to combat the fire. Just more boreholes and lots of town meetings.
We're gonna need a bigger borehole.
Are you in favor of more boreholes or bigger boreholes?
Every town meeting is just ends in, let's just go bowling.
Until February 1981,
Hell yeah.
when 12-year-old Tom...
Hello, Reagan.
At this point, the fire is under 150 acres of land.
Wow.
This is huge.
That's a big fire.
So this is, 1981. This has been burning for almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
12-year-old Todd Dombowski fell through a sinkhole in his grandma's yard.
Todd! You seen that Dembowski boy lately?
I think he
I
fell
think
in
he
a
fell into
borehole.
one of them
Already
boreholes.
Fell in a borehole.
No, he fell in a sinkhole. He noticed the
There's a
ground
difference.
smoking.
Get it right.
Yeah, dude, boreholes, sinkholes. Boreholes are made. Sinkholes
gotta
just
know your
happen.
holes.
I heard somebody refer to
Get that shit together.
I heard somebody on one of the documentaries refer to one of these things as a coal hole,
Coal hole.
which made me snicker.
That rhymes. I'm smart.
You shut your coal hole.
Shut your coal hole, whore. Slap,
So young
drink.
punch, drink, cry. So young Todd
Todd.
noticed the ground smoking, and he approached it to investigate. When he did, the ground
Curious
opened up
little
beneath
Todd.
him. The ground opened up beneath him and swallowed him into a pit
Yes.
of hot, slimy mud.
It's like
and
if
this
Tremors was real.
Yeah.
this is a
And,
gradual.
and on fire.
It's like it takes him by the ankles, and then it just starts like opening gradually and
Whoa.
sucking him in
Is that
kind of
the
like
sound
quick
Todd made?
sounds.
But he's 12, so his voice is changing.
Cracking.
It's like, Grandma! I'm in a hole!
He clung
I'm in
to
a fire hole.
He clung to
Hide
a
and go
tree
seek.
root.
You won't find me.
Not ever again.
No, nobody finds me ever.
So he's clinging.
I
to,
win.
I'm a ghost.
He's clinging to a tree root.
Ghost of Todd
God.
Dembowski. Sorry.
He's calling.
It's not funny.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Did he live?
But he's gonna be okay, guys, because his cousin
he
saves him. His cousin.
See, cousin.
And then
They're always there.
I
for
knew
you.
we were
and then they
talking
kiss.
about it for a
And then
reason.
they had a little smooch.
little
got
smooch
saved.
behind the tool shed.
But he.
I love you, Todd.
You saved my life.
Thanks, Eric.
How can I repay you? Well, just a little kiss wouldn't be so bad.
Maybe a little kiss, right on the nape of your neck, maybe.
Right on my navel.
I hate this so much.
And that's how Michael Bay got the inspiration for the animal cracker love scene in Armageddon. FYI. Does anyone know what I'm talking
I
about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't, but
Well,
I
I
don't
want
have
to.
to because
Ben
it's
Affleck
all lovely.
YouTube it. It's a love scene with Ben Affleck involving animal crackers on a belly button. It's very fucking hot.
Sounds sensuous.
As Steven Tyler a cappella is in the background.
Ooh.
Is Steven Tyler in the room?
No, he's
Acapella-ing.
probably on set watching his daughter like be underneath Ben Affleck.
Kiss just like a cousin there.
Yeah.
Kiss
Can you pretend you're cousins?
So,
And action.
so cousin
Sounds as hot as a coal fire.
cousin Eric comes to the rescue.
He saves Todd. This
His name's Eric Wolfgang?
Eric Wolfgang. Wolfen.
What is this family
He
tree?
was destined for greatness.
Greatness.
Or hero. Heroic.
Kinda.
All right. So he was pulled out by his cousin. Despite all the toxic gases that he inhaled and the fact that his clothes were baked on by hot sulfurous mud,
I can't
Todd
move.
was fine.
Todd, you look
fine.
like a little baked tater. I'll eat you all up. And I'll poop you out and smell you.
The hole that sucked him up, it was 350 degrees, 300 feet deep. Though, if he really could have gotten sucked
Eric
into the
Wolfgang
bowels of
came
the
right in
earth.
time. What were they doing before
Flinging
they
to a
got
tree
in the
root.
hole? Those
Smooching.
He was playing volleyball.
Hey, stop smooching me, Eric. Oh, you can't chase me.
Oh no!
Whoa!
But this was not. This is what brought the spotlight, the national spotlight, onto Centralia. Was this incident with young Todd?
Breaking news in Centralia. I just want to talk in an Australian accent. Like, Centralia is not. That's not how it.
Australia.
This sounds like it should be in some outback Australian
does.
town.
Well,
you
it
know?
does. Centralia does rhyme with Australia.
Centralia,
that's
Australia.
good.
I'm dumb like that. My mind goes,
Centralia,
Alia,
Australia.
Alia, they're the same thing.
God damn you, Evan.
I'm dumb like that.
I need a nap.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe anymore.
I need oxygen.
That's my new memoir title, Dumb Like That. The Evan Clark story.
Oh,
I was born in a sauna. Everybody watched.
oh my god.
It was hot. It was a little sweaty.
It was sweaty.
So breaking news.
I'm sorry, breaking news.
Boy in a hole. Boy in the hole.
What is
Boy in the
going
hole.
on in Centralia, Pennsylvania?
What is going on? I want to answer.
Boys in holes.
Serious.
Honey,
We
did you
got
read this in the New
kissing
Yorker?
cousins. We got boreholes. We got underground fires.
Yeah. Chaos.
There's a little
Centralia.
volleyball playing boy fell in a hole. Now the government gets involved,
All
right? Or the media.
Well, this
gets
is
involved.
at 20 years at this point.
20 years?
And so now the nation is watching.
Mm.
Now so now Centralia has to step. And they're like, well, what should we do now?
It's
should
been
we,
20 years. We're out of ideas.
Should we stay?
We put water on it. We put potato salad on it. We played volleyball on it. We got
Little
nothing.
Todd almost died.
We moved the wet
Tony the
garbage
firefighter's
around.
dead.
He's
He drank himself to death.
He drank
that
himself. He
that had
got
nothing to
his
do with
hand
the
caught
fire.
in
Everybody
the ball
knows the
release
fire
at
killed
the
him.
Bowling alley.
Old style killed him.
He had
Still
what
got
we
his
call
own
old style kidneys.
He got old style poisoning from the fire.
He kept huffing that fire.
Some residents wanted the federal government to help them relocate.
Yeah, like I think after 20 years, I'd be like, I think I'm gonna move.
Yeah,
You
like
think-
should we just move?
You think, should we
or, like-
leave?
Yeah, let's
Should
load the
we
wagon
stay?
up.
So someone
Pittsburgh, here we come.
Gonna start a new mine fire.
We're going out west to find gold. I hear gold is happening.
Gold's a thing. Shiny.
I got a telegraph from my cousin in California.
So some residents wanted the federal government to help them. Some wanted the fire put out and the town rebuilt because they aren't going to leave. They ain't going nowhere.
They refuse to leave because
They
they're
refuse.
dumb.
This is our town.
This is our town. It's our fire. You can't tell us to leave and put it out.
They do have a pretty good reason. We'll find
I
out.
know, I'm cynical.
You're full of beans.
I know. I got
I got the beans in
How
me
many
again.
kinds of beans did you eat
I
today?
had lima beans, I had fava beans, I had kidney beans, I had Aunt Petunia's beans too. I'm feeling a little toots coming on.
You got so many beans.
I got the toot wiggles. I'm trying to keep them in.
Why'd you guys make me sit
Every
next
time
to
I laugh,
him?
a few sneak out.
Oh, here I go again.
And that's why you're not
Better
allowed
keep
in
me away from.
Centralia.
Yeah, I can't go
You'd
there.
be on fire.
I would
all
be.
the
Yeah.
time.
Just to picture Evan's face. with
really
a big
dangerous.
red
Oh.
cross through it.
No Evans allowed.
Every few steps he takes. You're like Royce Cleveland Sullivan.
Yeah, but with coal fire.
Struck by lightning.
That's why I keep a bucket of water on my head and a stick.
You're the tenacious
Hitting
tutor.
mine fires.
I chase them fires away with a stick.
Get out of here! Yeah! Get out of here! Go out of here, devil fire!
Go on, get.
It was this debate that destroyed the true heart and spirit of the town.
Oh.
I know, there are constant town meetings and all kinds of state and federal representatives and scientists and engineers brought in. But one good thing was that countless old ladies suddenly found themselves with a podium and a microphone and a chance for their poetry to be heard.
Yes.
I have a question. Oh, what about little Todd? And Todd put the fire in the hole, and cousin Eric came.
Okay, that's enough, Petunia.
That's enough. Go make.
Where
Every,
am I?
every old lady is raising her hand and going,
Just make us some more of that
They
wonderful
all look the
potato
same
salad.
in that video. They all have like the same glasses.
Yeah.
Like
I have
the
a
hair.
question. What are you going to do about the fire?
Oh, for fuck's
I got a
sake.
question too. I heard there's a fire.
God
Are
damn it.
you
Can we talk about anything else other than the mine fire?
I have a
for
question.
one fucking
Yes, what's your question?
Does
Is-
anyone want to talk about co-ed softball?
Anyone coming to my bonfire? I'm serving Aunt Petunia's potato salad. Right, Petunia? Are you coming?
And the bonfire.
Petunia, can you hear me over
Ever
there?
since Todd died, I've never been the same.
Petunia! Are you coming to my bonfire?
Since Tony drank himself to death, my parakeet
Can
won't
you
chirp
hear me,
no more.
Petunia? I don't have my hearing aids in.
Who are you?
It's your friend Deborah.
Deborah's dead. It was a parakeet in my cage named Deborah. And
I'm Deborah.
it used to sing the prettiest tune. And now it don't chirp no more. And there's a loud noise coming from that wooden box over there. It wakes me up at night, and I go get myself a glass of water, and only brown dirt comes out of my faucet.
Also, Evan was shaking his coffee
He
mug.
was.
for
He was.
That's just I'm an alcoholic.
Fully
No,
character.
committing to the bit, 100%.
There's no Baileys in my coffee. I get the shakes.
He has spontaneous Parkinson's.
I got really into character there. I like that.
I liked when
being
you
in that
started
state of mind.
crocheting that shawl. That was
Yeah.
I didn't even know you brought yarn.
I spilled coffee all over the microphone, Marcus.
He got it
Sorry.
from the Centralia yarn factory.
He's got all this ribbon candy in his pocket.
I think
It's all
the shirt I'm
stuck
wearing is
together.
pretty Centralian. It's like
What does it say?
it says,
I intend to live forever. So far, so good.
Ah, very nice.
Ain't no coal fire gonna stop me from living eternal life.
all right.
Okay.
Sorry. All
Coal
right.
fires.
Shakes.
Well, what are we talking
What
about?
are we talking about?
Let's go to 1983.
Old ladies and their poetry
Oh, yeah.
and their questions.
Mine fires
Are-
are bad.
are you getting
They
this
make me
up?
feel sad.
Yeah, they were writing poems.
Yeah.
One lady, it was like her fucking, it was her wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It was epic, man.
Yeah.
Channeling Gordon Lightfoot on that shit. She's like, finally.
It's my time to shine. You listen to me now.
Finally, in 1983, the federal government offered Centralia $42 million for relocation, which was infinitely cheaper than trying to stop the fire at $660 million.
Ah.
I was like, how about 42 million? But let's do the math. 42 million divided by 1,100, which was the population at the time, equals $38,181.81 per person.
Bargain.
Mine fire
That's coal math. That's mining math.
Mine fireman.
That
We
came
could
out of your
finally-
coal hole.
We could finally open that yarn factory and bowling alley we always wanted to,
The
Earl.
combination. But it actually was a pretty good deal because a lot of people ended up in nicer homes than what they actually had.
Yeah, the
In
smart ones.
Centralia.
Take the
Yeah.
money
Fine.
and fucking move and
Yeah.
just forget about this fire forever.
Yeah, just move. It's
Forget about the
easy. Take the
gases.
money and run.
The dead parakeets
Like
that I
Stevie
keep
Miller.
having
No more
to bury.
dead
I don't
parakeets.
have room.
That's the
in my
12th parakeet I
God.
bought in April.
My left eye doesn't work anymore.
Right?
It's just cloudy and white.
Yeah,
we should
it's
move. Should
my
we move?
twitching eye.
Our
Let's
baby
move.
sure sleeps a lot.
Baby hasn't woken up in 2 weeks.
Oh God. But this is actually what kind of brings me to the real, what I think is kind of the fucked up part of the story. See, this is interesting when I do research and you start off with thinking like, oh, this is fucked up like on a surface level, and then you dig deeper and you're like, oh, it's fucked up in different ways.
But wait a minute.
Wait, there's more.
It's
is-
like an
For me, it's like I spend the whole time making fun of everything and laughing, and then there comes something really serious. I'm like, cousin fucking. Yeah.
See, I was like, what happens when I have to
Waka
break my
waka.
cousin's heart? I tell my cousin it's over.
Oh, I
That's-
hate breaking up with a cousin.
the worst.
Then you always got to see
Did
him
you
next
see him
year.
at Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
I know.
Thanksgiving,
You guys
Christmas.
sit on
Honestly,
opposite ends of the
There's
table.
no
Always
getting
awkward.
away
They get a
from
little
him.
more developed, and then they look better.
Yeah, and like, what was it?
And then they
I-
transition from the kids' table to the adult table, so they won't be sitting next to each other.
When you both get in the adult table, that's when things get serious.
Crack open an old
Under
style.
the table, foreplay.
I'm not inviting Evan to any of my family
Please
parties.
invite me to your
Well, Brett,
family
you can
get-together.
invite him, just not his cousin.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
What is your cousin's Facebook name? Give me images. Google image cousin. Don't look at my history. It's my history.
I'm a robot.
Okay.
I
I am a
I've had
cousin
ways.
kissing robot. What? That's not a thing.
that doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Moving on.
I
Mine
did
fairs.
find it funny that the neighboring towns where most people relocated to were called Ashland or Pottsville.
Ashland.
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 They renamed it to spite them.
All right, so we get to what I kind of think is sort of the fucked up part. Some of these townsfolk, they completely dug in their heels, and they're like, they refused to leave. And they said the government wasn't helping them, which is bullshit, because the government had helped them twice, with $2.5 million in '66 and then $42 million in 1983.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the residents of
Ew.
Centralia had probably just seen the Carbondale mine fire in eastern Pennsylvania
Oh, the
successfully.
carbon dioxide nail mine.
Those that fancy mine.
Carbondale. They
Like
get
the
their mine
Carbondale.
fire put out. They have 3 firefighters. Whoa.
They successfully extinguished
They're
that
only a
one.
little drunk. Yeah.
They only
They
go
have a
forward once a
Dalmatian.
week. They extinguished that in 1974, and that one had been burning since 1943, and it had a couple deaths and some poisonings, you know, typical mine fire.
Mine
years.
Mine fires, am I right? They're the worst.
But just what are they trying to save? Because the town's heyday had ended with the Great Depression, and it had already been in steady decline, and it was dying anyway because
You
petroleum.
listening, West Virginia?
Coming for you next. What are you gonna do, Kentucky?
Move on.
By 1983, the town had already been pretty much decimated with the efforts to stop the fire. It was decorated with these giant gas pipes that were surrounded by rusty chicken wire cages, just barfing
I like
out
these gas pipe
gas.
decorations.
and softball fields.
Yeah.
I hung Christmas bulbs on mine. It looks pretty now.
And it's better now.
It's Christmas every
Stinks
day.
like the dickens, but it looks pretty.
They haven't had a gas station since 1979.
How far is the closest town? Do you know? Like, how would they have to?
I have no idea. I don't.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I know. I think Harrisburg, Harristown,
Harrisburg.
Harris Boys, Harristown.
Harrisburg?
Harristown.
Harrytown.
Harristown, Pennsylvania. I think that's an hour away.
It's
'cause
12
that's where-
hours by wagon.
Yeah.
That's where that one.
Why would you want to live in this town? There's like I gotta drive like a 45 minutes just to get a tank of gas, which is
And then
burned
it's an
up
hour
by the
and
time
a
I
half
get
to
home.
get a parakeet.
But then I have to let all the gas out of my car before I get back into town, because
Yeah.
God forbid my car explode in the
Right.
middle
You
of the
gotta
night.
You got to push your truck the last half
You
hour.
do.
Take the gas out, you put it in Ziploc baggies, and you keep it in your pockets.
Keep it in
see?
your pockets.
No one will even know.
Just like hamburger meat. Feels good.
So
Squishy.
we're wondering what the holdouts are holding out for, because there's really no point. The town is dying.
They're dumb and stubborn.
But here's the
Pretty
thing.
much, yeah. That's what it really boils down to. It's just,
my
they're
town.
just stubborn, it seems like.
They are not just stubborn. Unusual for most mining towns, Centralia, Pennsylvania actually owned the mining rights to the mineral resources under their town.
Okay.
So there's a conspiracy theory that the government wants our coal.
But like, hadn't the like industry like already pretty much died out in that area in like the '60s? Because I thought what I had read was like there were just a bunch of bootleg miners, like basically during
freelance
that.
miners.
Yeah, like literally, like they were just like, nobody's here, my coal now, and then they just, like it didn't seem like
I take out a bucket at a
the
time.
coal mining
Keep it
industry
the-
was really flourishing
It
after the
wasn't.
fires.
Petroleum.
Yeah.
There's just not quite as much use for it. And besides, the U.S. government already had tons of access
To their own
coal.
coal,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Um,
God, you're getting $38,000 to leave in
so
1983.
in 1983,
Yeah,
that's pretty
that's
good.
good.
That's like
I
double
mean,
or triple now.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
get a split level house with
so
one of
much
one of
old
them
style.
fridges that are
So
side
much
by
old style.
side.
Move to a town with 3 firefighters.
And yeah, have you heard of them newfangled
Williamsburg,
microwaves they're coming out
Brooklyn,
with? Yeah.
a month for that price.
You can be living the dream, kid.
But
Bigger, better things.
the holdouts really felt that the government was forcing them out and that they were being neglected and they weren't being heard and they weren't being helped and that the government wanted their coal. But no one was being forced out. The relocation program of $42 million was completely voluntary. People just had to apply and then they would have their shit assessed and they'd be like, okay, see you later. They paid for their moving
one sheet of paper.
expenses.
Like a sheet of paper.
Do I
like,
get the
would
money
you like
in a really big check?
Yeah,
Like,
the
Ed,
giant-
okay. Yeah,
one
Ed
giant
McMahon is going to show up and give it to me. No, it's just
And
the one
balloons.
sheet of paper. It's just, would you like to move? And two boxes.
Yes.
Like, check yes or no.
Do you want?
And do you think your
money
cousin's? Do you think your cousin's
or
cute?
yarn?
Check yes or no.
Can my cousin come
Yes,
if we move?
That's the Centralia census form.
Are you on fire?
Do you own
yes
several
or no?
parakeets? You get a tax deduction.
All right. So, ultimately, we are actually almost to the end of this. Ultimately, none of it mattered because the government invoked eminent domain in 1992, this is so great, though. I'm excited for this. Turning the last remaining residents into squatters, including the town's 80-year-old mayor.
80-year-old self-appointed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm mayor now.
He got the most teeth.
Everybody's dead or moved. I'm the mayor.
I liked
He got the most teeth. He in charge.
I say we keep the fire going.
I say let's make it bigger.
Carbonsdale fire went 30 years. I bet we can go 40.
beat that. But
They
still,
started buying truckloads of coal. Jumping into the coal hole.
Dump it.
Yeah, I got to say it again.
We pray to the coal hole.
Coal hole. Coal
It's like
hole.
Lord of
Coal
the Flies
hole.
now.
Pray to the coal. Feed the coal. Feed the coal.
feed the coal.
It's your turn to walk into the coal hole now. Sacrifice ourselves
That's how we get
We
in.
threw all the dogs and canaries in.
to
Ain't no
Lord
more.
Todd. Lord Todd. He was the first one who went into the hole. He is our God now.
And he survived. That's why we praise him. Praise little Todd.
Praise God. Eric Wolfgang is the devil for saving him.
Throw him in the fire.
We make every year we make several scarecrows with the word Eric on the forehead, and we throw them into the coal fire.
It's like voodoo dolls
Yeah.
for
So
Pennsylvania.
he can burn in eternal
Children
hell.
of the coal.
Children of the coal. Yes. Oh my God.
Episode title.
Children of the
Coal.
That's the titular line.
Honey, should we stop here to get some gas? I don't know. Was that a child that just ran by in overalls and nothing else?
Running
baked on
backwards.
overalls.
You're in our town now. We'll show you the fire. Everybody loves the fire here.
Coal.
Is your name Todd?
Feed the coal.
Coal,
coal, coal, coal, coal.
I'm ready to go.
All right. So, still,
And you said we wouldn't be chanting coal hole together.
You owe me 7 pennies.
So still, some people refuse to leave. They filed a lawsuit against Pennsylvania protesting their eviction.
It takes way, like,
Do you know, this is so good though? Despite the fact that the evictions were upheld by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, the governor just didn't feel like it anymore. He just left him.
the governor's like, you guys are still there?
Fine. It's
Fine. Just fucking whatever.
God damn it,
God.
just leave them. I am so tired.
So
I'm
tired.
so tired of this fire. So, some people call it squatting. Some people call it living rent free. Whatever you want to call
Squatters'
it.
rights.
Whatever you want to call it, it was the one upside to those few remaining citizens in Centralia. They got to live completely rent free and property free.
how you do it.
Property tax free.
We win in the end.
By 2000, there were 21 people left in Centralia. In 2002,
They're all related.
cousins. In 2002, they revoked the town zip code. We're taking it back.
Aww.
We're taking this
Make
back.
our own zip code.
But it didn't matter because the post office had been demolished in 1997 anyway. What are
That
we
burned
hanging
down
on
too.
to here, kids? What are we?
Man.
I think they were listening to Pearl Jam when they were knocking it down with the steam shovel or bulldozer. 1997. Never mind.
Probably.
Never mind. Sorry.
No, that's a little late.
Yeah.
Put it out, I don't want to trust the girl now. Todd feeling the whole again.
Clearly, I remember sinking in the hole.
When we unleash the water.
I love
all
that
right,
Pearl Jam
we're
album.
That whole
almost done.
album's about this town.
Yeah.
We're almost done, guys. So 2009.
Good.
Thank God.
Fuck this town.
Coal hole, shove it up your coal hole.
You idiots.
The state tried to evict them again and were met with another
Guys, please leave.
lawsuit.
Can you please leave?
Please live.
For your own safety.
From the remaining, like from the last. Whatever,
Centralia
10
just got
people.
Uber. I'm not going anywhere.
And this lawsuit lasted until 2013. The state finally settled, allowing the 8 remaining
Jesus.
citizens
Just the 8 fucking
to
holdouts.
remain in their
Grateful
homes
8.
till they die.
Grateful 8.
After which their homes will belong to the state. As of 2015, there is still 6 people living
died.
there.
2 fell in the hole.
Fell in the cold hole.
And the mayor's now 97 years
They
old.
if they feed one person to the coal hole a year, there's eventually just going to be one.
It's just all gonna have to go to the government.
purpose.
And then the government's gonna have to start sacrificing people to the
Yeah.
cornhole.
The cornhole.
Cornhole.
Cornhole. Cornhole. No, you're not gonna chant with me.
Cornhole.
You're not gonna chant that?
Nope.
Fine. One thing I did learn about Centralia is they really love their town. Everybody,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
they really loved it.
Way too much.
I'll die for this town.
Everyone is fucking determined to return, and that is why the cemeteries are the last remaining sign of life in Centralia. They're because they're like, oh, I am going back there, one way or the other.
That's where my cousin died, and then that's where I kissed my cousin. And he died in the fire, and we threw him in the hole. Which is the greatest honor you can receive in life.
There ain't no body in that box in the ground. It's just we just put some clothes in
It's a
there.
metaphorical hole.
We don't have to bury nobody. We just wait for the ground to swallow
Yeah,
them.
sometimes you're walking and you just go
Right.
poof.
So Centralia appeared.
But I don't pay rent, so it's fine.
Do you think there's like a government agent just like on the hillside with binoculars watching?
Going good.
Another one down.
Good.
7
We're
years
almost done.
He's about to snipe them, but doesn't have to.
You gotta call in once a month and just let them know you're still alive. Nope, still here. Still go. Nope,
You guys still
here.
alive? All right, just checking.
Are you moving yet?
Just
no.
checking. No.
No.
Hell yeah.
Johnny ain't gonna move. No.
Two fun things about Centralia. It was in Superman comic.
What?
So
Are you drunk?
Superman
Dad's a drunk.
fumes and laughter. It was in a Centralia, or a thinly disguised version of Centralia called Coal Town.
Coal Town. Where everybody burns alive in a hole.
It appeared in Action Comics, issue number 558. It provided the backdrop for a 2.25 page introduction story wherein Superman saves Coal Town.
If we wait here long enough, Superman will come.
I read it in the comic
It's
Bible.
been foretold.
He uses, oh my God, imagine the Children of the Coal with their issue of Superman.
We don't
Children of the coal.
Into this fire we're thrown. That's what Jim was talking about.
That's the whole, that's the rub.
So yeah, he put out, Superman put out the fire with his heat vision.
Heat vision? How does
Superman heat vision.
He created a fire break in the vein of coal, thus allowing the
It
fire.
makes sense if you don't think about it. If you just look that way, there's no fire.
Oh God, I would love to see the Children of the Coal with their Superman comic, and
Yeah.
then waiting for Superman to come back and save them. That's a horror movie, Stephen King.
Just, rocking back and forth, sitting crisscross applesauce style.
He's gonna come and save us with his heat vision. It's been foretold.
And the other fun fact about Centralia is that for a brief period in 1989, when hair was big and hopes were high.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Higher the hair,
Centralia-
higher the hair, the closer to God.
Centralia had the distinct honor of being the only town in Pennsylvania that was completely run by women.
Girl power, bitches.
You go, girl.
Smash the patriarchy.
We're the most progressive
Go.
town. Oh, there goes another woman.
There was one guy though. The county solicitor was a guy.
I'm still here.
He's like nag, am I right?
Nag, but at least I get to look at boobies. I got boobies on the left, coal on the right. I might sleep well tonight. I'm living the dream, my friends.
Give me a
that's
pass
it.
me an old style.
And that is
And that is
That's
the tale of Centralia.
Centralia. We did it.
Way to go, guys. You stick it to the man.
Burning.
That was
It
such
is-
a hot topic.
Still burning.
Discussion.
Quiet winter night.
That
you
was
can
a hot-
still hear Todd burning in the hole.
Oh my God. Help me.
Children of the coal.
So Evan, do you
Children of the
have a,
coal.
do you have a would you rather for us?
Would you rather live in a town completely infested by garden snakes? Or would you rather live in a town where Iago from Aladdin is the mayor?
Fuck it.
Oh, we gotta put the fire out!
I don't know.
Sounds like a fun town. I'm moving.
Yep.
I'm moving
That's
there.
like
It's called Parent Town.
Are they neighboring towns?
Is Jimmy
They're
Buffett
rivals.
there?
They're high school rivals towns.
I like the snakes.
The snakes versus the parrots.
Well, gardener snakes, garden snakes,
Garden snakes.
garden boys.
Yeah,
they're,
garden
they're
snakes.
harmless
Yeah,
anyway.
they're kind
No,
of
but they
cute.
they
You say that until you've seen about 20,000 of
They
them.
smell
swimming around.
terrible, by the way.
They smell
Yeah.
very
I've
bad.
never
They do.
smelt one before.
They're bad,
They
don't.
poop a lot.
They do. Right on you.
They'll
Huh.
poop on you. So I don't know.
Don't squeeze me, I'll
I'm gonna
poop.
go Team Iago on this
You're
one.
picking one up,
Yeah,
showing
it
it to your
sounds like a
cousin,
fun
and all of
time.
a sudden, oh, I got snake poop on me.
Okay,
Throw
guys,
it.
I got a would you rather. Would you rather be given $38,000 to move or stay in a town that's burning?
You can't make me move. I'm not paying rent, bitch. 38,000 is like if I didn't pay rent for 14 years, so it comes out even.
So, Evan, or is that...
I'm not moving. You can't make me. My grandfather died in this town. My father died in this town. My Uncle Earl, who always put his hand in my pocket, died in this town. And my cousin Shelly is my wife, and we are going to die in this town together. You can't do a darn thing about it.
Well, that's, yeah, you're not.
Vote Ron Paul.
Yeah, you're not far off though. This is like 5 generations deep, like of people.
It is.
Like they just like,
absolutely.
nope, not moving. This is where we.
This is our town.
The
This is
coal
where we
runs deep,
landed,
and
and this
the
is where
family
we
ties run
mining
deep.
coal.
And the cousins run deep.
Yeah, so deep.
Would
All right,
you
put your ass to sleep.
rather would you rather have your cousin break up with you or watch every parakeet you own die?
Jesus.
I can just buy another one at the gas
I'm gonna go with the
station.
parakeets.
You're gonna-
Yeah.
It's only a 6-hour wagon ride away to get another parakeet.
Well, they
What,
have
a
a
coven?
deal. If you buy 6, you get 1 free.
My cousin went to Jared's.
Cousins love is forever.
It's forever.
Jared's is gonna love you for that plug.
Cousins are forever.
Mine fires is forever.
Mine fires is forever.
Cause I got a fire burning in my pants, cousin. Can you put it out for me with your cooter? I love cousin cooter.
This got way too cousin deep. This got so...
If we keep recording, I'll just keep saying cousin cooter.
Don't you hit that button, Marcus. Don't you?
Don't stop. I'm not. You can't stop me, government, from saying cousin cooter on the airwaves. The FCC won't let me be.
Evan raps.
The federal cousin cooters. Oh my God. Stop me. Help me.
All right, yes.
Help
somebody,
me.
somebody has to stop Evan. Let's wrap him in a blanket.
All right.
Get him a cup of hot
here,
cocoa.
Go to the sauna.
We'll go to the laser
Go to the
sauna.
sauna where it all began.
Sauna talk.
It's gonna be
Where you were
fine.
born.
Towel looks stifling. You should maybe just take it off.
And there's a little ball poking out of there.
I like it when your one ball pokes out of the bottom of
Your
that
one
tiny little washcloth
Little
you got on.
sweat beating from
I feel
your
like
one
Rebecca
ball.
and I should just leave the room
I'm
right
gonna
now.
leave.
That
Yeah,
looks good.
Can you guys leave?
we're gonna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's about to get a little sauna up in here.
I know the ear flaps on Eric's hat are starting to go up. On
There they are,
Raise
raising.
They're levitating.
Exactly.
Boing.
I'm gonna put my arm around my cousin and watch the coal burn.
Yeah.
Because it's Memorial Day weekend. And
Well, you know,
I'm ready to
I was just
fuck.
saying, you can always got some. You can always cook a hot dog.
Can I always cook a hot dog?
Right?
Coal dog.
Cold dogs.
Or a real dog.
It's got charcoal briquette.
Did your family make coal dogs?
Always toasted marshmallows. There's always s'mores in Centralia.
They didn't put out the fire.
Oh,
It's kept on burning and the government's turning around. Get out of your homes.
Cause your parakeet's dying and your cousin is coming.
Carbon dioxide in the house. Move out.
Yeah, do you think there's like one, like the rich family, like instead of parakeets, like had a huge parrot, an actual
They have
like
a falcon.
Yeah, they're like
Alien falcon that detects its squawk whenever there's some helium in the room.
oh, you poor people with your parakeets.
We have a poodle and
Canaries.
he dances every time the carbon level
Just the one guy
gets
walking
high.
around like Coco Beware, like with the giant parrot. That's
You really cracked yourself up on that.
Come on, just look up Coco Beware
The
and
joy
try and
in
not
your
fucking
eyes.
laugh at that guy for a second. He was one of my favorite wrestlers.
This episode is dedicated to Little Toad.
Little Todd.
He's
with
still
your
alive. He's fine.
He is. He's probably like what?
He's fine. He's an alcoholic, but he's fine.
Does he
Still
still
out
live in
there.
Centralia?
Playing in
No.
boreholes.
He works.
Yeah, he's one of the
He works
last
at the
6
auto
people.
zone in the next.
He was the
town
first
over.
to leave.
He was, yeah, he was
I'm getting the fuck
probably
out of here, you
traumatized.
idiots! I fell in a goddamn hole! Burning hellhole! I'm going to Yale and I'm gonna become an environmentalist. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That sounds about right.
end quote.
I'm going to become an arson investigator.
Yeah.
And, yep.
And I'm gonna marry my cousin, Eric.
Eric Wolfgang, I love you!
I love you, cousin.
God damn it, I can't quit you, Eric! I fell into that hole on purpose so you'd save me!
Okay.
When our eyes met over the coal hole.
I could see the coal burning in your eyes. And I wanted to lick your pupils. I wanted to put out that fire with my tongue.
Hunka, hunka, burn low.
Because it's not incest until you lick your tongue. All right.
Yeah, all right.
I'm done. I'm out.
Evan needs a nap.
Need a nap.
We need a nap.
Get
And
him
therapy.
an egg salad sandwich.
I feel like we worked a lot of stuff
And
out
then-
in this.
We did.
Yeah.
I worked
We
out
did
a
it.
lot of issues.
I feel
Yeah.
good. I feel
Thanks
better.
everybody for listening.
Yep.
Thank you.
No
This
games
has been
to play
another
today.
episode of Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit up.
Fuck
Hell
it
yeah.
up.
Fuck it up.
Coal hole, baby. You
Join
get
us-
your
join
coal
us next
hole
week in the coal
fire.
hole. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah,
Bye.
thanks for listening. you later.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Sorry for laughing.
Thank you for listening. This has been a production of Penguin Cat Media. Oh, hell yeah. We take our coffee black, like our soul.